Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? It is now week three. Week three, we're flying almost at the quarterly review, Justin. Almost at the quarterly review. That's crazy. Week three preview coming in hot. A lot of interesting matchups. We're going to change some things up, talk about some undefeated teams, what their futures look like, get you our predictions, upsets, blowouts. You know what we do on the show. I don't need to explain it. So, Justin, are you ready?
Let's rock and roll.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay. I be going hard every day, shooting far, NBA, NFL, on replay, MLB, major wave, other artists, minor league. I wish we could stop and see who was in your top five. Scratch that, top three. MJ, LeBron, and every other discussion. Cross you up while the shooter in the corner be cutting. No, I'm new to the game, call this my introduction. While these topics hitting harder than the snare and percussion. Why do all these other sports opinions always go and lack facts? Only real place left to listen? How about that?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the How About That podcast presented by Bleacherheads. You can check them out at bleacherheads.com. Get yourself right as we shift into fall season. Get yourself right. Some Bleacherheads. Zach's got the HBT sweatshirt on there. Check out that. Follow their Instagram for new gear drop-in. Zach, how are we doing today?
Good. Watched Dancing with the Stars the first time ever last night.
Yeah.
I don't really get it.
I'm
singing,
also...
I could tell if singing is good or not. Not because I think I'm good or not. That's my own. I don't know what I don't know. I have no idea if it's good or not. I don't know what I'm watching.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I actually got put into Dancing with the Stars last year, and it's a tough spot because, and I'm sure a lot of our listeners might, understand this. And thank God Abby's not home yet, so I can speak freely about it. I hate it. It's like a sacrifice we have to make because it's Tuesday night.
Tuesday nights,
you can't get, because Thursday through Monday you're taken, so it's really just a Tuesday Wednesday thing, and maybe when Action comes around you can escape something. So it's like I got it. I guess I gotta do it.
Yep.
And throw the bone. Any of the singing stuff I can enjoy because
Yes.
I like. Okay, let's listen to the music. I like songs. I like great voices. The stuff like The Bachelor, The Bachelorette. As much as like the drama can get old and boring and like repetitive, I still get suckered into it.
Yep.
I could care less about Dancing with the Stars.
No. I just don't. It's a minute and a half routines. I don't know if they're good. I don't know the judges' thoughts on if they're good. Everyone just got fives last night. Everyone.
Yeah.
I kept asking what's happening. She's like, "Oh, it's the first dances. Everyone gets these." Everyone's the same? I don't think so.
Somebody got a 15.
Yeah, someone did get a 15.
Couldn't tell you why. 15. It was 5, so people were getting 10 out of 20.
Correct.
This one pairing got a 15 out of 20.
I don't know. I can do The Bachelor. We've talked about potentially trying to broaden our audience, maybe doing some Bachelor recaps now that it's the Mormon lady in it. This one, I'm struggling. I don't know if I can do this.
Even like the dumb reality shows that I'll get involved in sometimes of like Southern Charm and Mormon moms or whatever it is, where it's like the drama's so stupid though. It's like, all right, I'll sit here and listen to it.
Yeah, you got me. Yeah.
Dancing with the Stars, like I just don't see the appeal or the pull, and you know what? Most of these celebrities, I don't know who they are.
No.
It's like, okay, we got Baron Davis this year. Like, I don't know. Like, at least last season it was Dwight Howard was on it.
Yeah. Like my question for fan voting is, I was like, isn't like Alex Earl just gonna like, what? Doesn't she have more fans than anyone? Like, especially like who's voting for Baron Davis? Who I thought actually was okay.
I did too. Well,
even though
when he popped up, I was like, is that Baron Davis?
That's Baron Davis.
And then I'm just kind of sitting there silently. I'm like, why would he be on Dancing with the Stars? I feel like there's.
Do you think they get paid to get on? There's got to be some deal there, right?
Yeah, they do. I think they get paid, but it's based off of the amount of shows that they do. So like, I think.
Okay.
But the dancers, I don't think get paid a lot of money. Fun fact.
Interesting. Unless they win or just period.
I don't know. I remember somebody was explaining it to me one time, but I didn't really.
Yeah.
Clearly didn't remember too much of it. So.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a different world for me.
Yeah, I'm just not a fan. It was on last night. I thought class was going to get me out of it. It didn't.
Yep.
You know, it's a tough scene. Tough. So.
Anyways, football.
Like we said, sacrifice we got to do.
Yep. Good football weekend coming up. We'll get into the NFL. College football-wise, really Big Ten is what I'm interested in this weekend. IU, Illinois is a massive one Saturday. And the Corn versus Michigan is another massive one for playoff implications for both games. So I'm excited to see both. I was surprised to see Michigan's favored, to be honest. It's not that I don't think Michigan can win, but I was surprised to see that. IU, the spread's flying up.
Yeah, I think the Michigan one, I say it a lot. I think that's home field. I think neutral field would be a Pick'em or Nebraska. Isn't Michigan
It's at
home?
Nebraska.
I thought it was at Michigan.
That's why I'm saying that. Yeah,
that makes no sense.
It's
then.
at the Corn.
I thought that because I saw the line and I must have just immediately assumed, it was them. Anyways, so that was a stupid point.
I mean, maybe I'm.
Yeah, that makes you're right. That makes no sense.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that one I'm more intrigued by. Obviously, like you said, playoff implications. We kind of have a three-headed monster in the Big Ten, and if one of these, like, these are the games that these teams need to win for them to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Man, I hope Illinois does it. So.
I don't think they're going to, but we'll see. We'll see. Any other college football games this weekend that are Florida, Miami? That doesn't have any pop yet.
No, we talked about the Texas Tech game.
Yes,
the Civil War's on, but Oregon State's not good.
Oregon State's terrible.
Oklahoma.
Yeah, Jackson Arnold. I think Oklahoma's pretty good.
I do too.
I like Mateer.
And that's
like
just a good game of if one of these teams goes 4-0 and has a ranked win against another SEC team like that. That's a good SEC
I want to say Oklahoma's schedule is like out of this world, isn't it? Let's see.
I think that's why no one had them in there.
Yeah.
Or in the playoffs preseason.
Let me tell you their schedule.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
They only have 2 non-ranked games left. Kent Reed, Kent Wright, Kent State, and South Carolina.
South Carolina, who came in as a top 25 team, they certainly don't look like it. But like if Lenoris is playing, they're a fringe top 25 team.
Yes.
At Tennessee.
Yeah, that's absurd.
At Alabama, home against Missouri, who's only getting better. At Tennessee, at Alabama, at Texas. And then
home against LSU.
All we got to do is win our season finale to close it out. Oh, it's LSU.
Literally, after next week, the lowest ranked team they play is 23, and outside of that, everyone's top 15.
That's absolutely insane.
So all but 2 games after next week are non-top 15 teams right now. That's absurd.
See, that's
going to happen though. It's the roll of the dice.
This is where a team's going to go 9-3, 8-4, and there's going to be like someone team at 11-1, and it's going to be like, really? But that's just every year. But it's going to be that.
Rutgers 10-2 versus. Big
Oklahoma
one for
the Gers.
9-3.
Big one for the Gers Friday night. Come on.
Yeah, you don't walk into Piscataway on blackout night and come out with a win. Everyone knows the rules there.
And we both look. We're optimistic people. We both looked at the starting 5 for hoops. Let's get a win Friday night. Let's get a win Friday night.
You know it's bad when John Rothstein is saying like, if these 3 guys can be bucket getters.
Yeah, he's like, I think one of his tweets was like, someone has to make a shot. I think that's not a good tweet to see.
No, it's
okay,
not.
You guys end the year pretty rough. Okay.
Oh,
you
no,
go
that's
at Ohio State and home
we're...
against Penn State to end it?
Yep.
Okay, but you can win a lot of these.
Yeah.
Why do you always play Washington so late on Friday night? Is that like the thing now?
I don't know. I mean, well, Michigan State plays a 11 p.m.
That's insane.
Eastern time kickoff.
What does that day look like as a college student?
I think that's
Darty.
I think that's harder than a
that's
noon
impossible.
game.
There's going to be no energy in that building.
Game. No. The bars close before the game ends.
I don't know what I would do. I like as a student who wanted to I don't know how I would attack that day. It's almost like you just party all day. You take a big nap and then you drink and get ready again for the game at night. I think you just have I think you do it too. I think it's 2 a day.
It might be. I think it's also different because, let's say Bowling Green was in this situation.
Yeah.
Okay. We did parties then bars.
Yeah.
And we didn't go to bars till midnight kind of thing. So
yeah, it's different.
I think that we would be built for it better, but that was just because of the
good to
legal
know too if PG ever
and,
gets a late night game.
Yes.
Good to know.
Yes, students will be
Eddie's
ready.
got the boys playing now.
Yeah, Louisville this week.
Yeah, big one.
If we win that game, are we in playoff talks?
The MAC's actually pretty tough this year.
No, we'd have to win out.
Isn't Toledo really good?
Yeah, Toledo's always good. And then Ohio and Miami are supposed
Parker
to.
Navarro. Yeah.
They have a Power 5 win, but it's no Louisville.
Yeah. Well,
but we competed against Cincinnati. If that's our only loss, the stretch of at Louisville, at Ohio, home against Toledo is a tough stretch.
That's pretty bad.
I think we end the year if we can get through there. We can get through the next 3 games 2-1. I think we're a playoff team. So
I think so too. All right, well, now that we're 12 minutes in with no mention of an NFL team, I think it's time to maybe get into it.
HBT 1 2 3.
HBT 1 2 3. I'm going to start. I have a bold take. And maybe it's not that bold because their defense is very good. But my bold take is Caleb Williams throws for 350 yards this week and wins NFC Player of the Week.
Wow. Okay.
I think they're going to explode on offense on Sunday. I'm not saying they're going to win. I have them winning. But I think if this is all the ball knowers are hey, now I know the game was really bad, but wait a minute. Caleb progressed a little bit. Robert Mays, Solak, all these film nerds are hey, this looked better. And now I think, and no one's talking about Caleb because of the score. Apparently he was operationally more sound. Sunday is your get-right game where you can just blow everything up. You can let out all your anger. Remember that one game Mitch went off and was yelling in the camera and we were yes, Mitch. Yeah. I think he had 5 touchdowns against the Bucs or 6. I think it's going to be one of those days for Caleb where it just, and this doesn't mean that it's just takeoff time and now here he goes, but I think this game, mainly because this Cowboys offense or defense is horrific, this is your game. I think he goes off, huge performance, Bears win, 350 yards for Caleb, NFC Player of the Week. Bear down.
I like that take a lot. I think that it is a get-right spot, especially when it was a get-right spot for Russell Wilson. This defense, especially Blandout, is terrible. You're going to have opportunities. You got to put the ball on. And I think the other side of it, if I can play devil's advocate here, is if it looks bad here, I think that the noise gets even louder.
That might be internally why I'm doing this, honestly.
Yeah. No, I think it's a great, bold prediction. If he does that, I think with Caleb Williams, it would be a lot louder of Caleb Williams is actually improving versus the Cowboys defense sucks. I feel like I have to play devil's advocate here and just say if it goes the other way, it's going to be really loud the other way, which I don't want.
If they go up and put 10 to 13 points up on the board Sunday, I don't know.
They can't though because it's Ben Johnson.
No, they're not going to. That's why I'm saying they're not going to. They're not going to.
I think
they're not going
I lean
to.
your side. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's a great bold take.
Thanks.
It's truly one of the most intriguing storylines in football this year that I didn't think we'd be in this spot, but it's going to be something to monitor.
And today, Ben Johnson is basically calling out the captains and the best players on the team. He's we don't practice with championship he's values or standards. He's calling out his guy. He's trying. He's hey, wake up. Wake up. We'll see. Let's see what they look like. That's my take. I have the Bears winning that game.
I actually do too. Just because Dallas, we'll see what it looks like. I mean, should be another shootout. I think Dallas is going to be a fun team to watch. 4 o'clock slate, late Chicago, late afternoon Chicago in September. It's going to be a fun game. I have Chicago winning too. in a shootout. So I guess I lean with your bold prediction as well.
Thank you. Quick Caterpillar update too while we begin for the 1, 2, 3. Bailed out. I was bailed out, I believe, by my upset and blowout.
Yeah.
I have us both now at 24-7 overall.
Yep.
Okay. So we are now tied. We are now tied. Shout out the Buck. Shout out Baker. Unbelievable drive to win that. So we are tied at 24-7 each going into week 3.
Yeah, I mean that's a good spot for me to be. If I'm within 3 going into week 14, I feel really good.
I need to build a lead this week. Yeah. All right. What's your one?
I was trying to decide if I make this a question, but then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make it a bold statement. I'm just gonna, because I have I think 2 things that fit better as a question. I think this is the week Mike McDaniel's gets fired.
That was one of my questions.
My question was gonna be how bad does it have to be for Mike McDaniel's to get fired? You just look at it. You got a long week, okay? It's not getting better. It's clearly just getting worse. You're just like, you know what? This is a lost season. Get the guy out of here. At least you have like a weekend to just prepare, get the right people in there. Then Monday, it's like, okay, let's start the week. I don't see how this game isn't anything but a blowout. Didn't they play on Thursday night last year
in Miami? They got killed.
Exactly. I just don't know if it's within 21 points, maybe his job is safe. I think above that, if it's just a non-competitive aspect, I think he's fired. I just don't see how you get better than that. 0-3, you're losing to the Colts bad, losing to the Patriots, losing to pretty bad, and then if you get blown out by Buffalo with a long week, it just makes the most sense, I think, to get rid of him then.
My first question was, what does this game look like for McDaniel's not to be fired? Literally almost word for word what you said. I think that's the answer. If this goes bad, I think you just, and honestly, I think the GM might have to go too. I think you just go full, maybe the GM you wait till the end of the year, but and this is the issue, when you're already thinking about firing someone in week 3, you should have fired them this offseason. This is always what happens when you let it bleed out.
Yep.
I think you're right. I think 3 scores probably does it. Like if they basically cover or not cover, the spread's 12.5. Like if they're in the 14 range, you're like, okay, you make it another week. If it's 21 or more, he's done.
Yeah. I just don't right now see how it's not that.
No. I have the Bills. So handily.
I have the Bills as well.
Yeah. No, I like it. We are on the same wavelength there completely. What's your first question, since I already had mine for number 2?
Which NFC team proves themselves to be the contender along with Philadelphia and Green Bay? I have 2 games to note for this. I have the Rams versus Philadelphia. Mm-hmm. And then I also have Detroit versus the Ravens. Both on the road, both 2 teams that people, I think, put at the this is a championship caliber team as an opponent. I think if one of them wins, I think the Rams win, to be completely honest. I think that it's a conversation now of, okay, this is now a little bit of a dark horse that we need to worry, or that we need to pay attention to going in. I think Detroit, if their only losses to Green Bay on the first weekend, I think that we move past that. And then if they are able to do what they did to Chicago and then beat the Ravens, I think all of a sudden we're like, okay, Detroit's back. They're getting into form. Week 1 was just a fluke. And then if the Rams win and Stafford's looking great, we talked about Puka and Devontae Adams on the recap pod last week. I don't know how you don't feel positive about them as long as Stafford can stay healthy. So I'm going to take the Ravens to win and the Rams to win. However, I just think that these are 2 games to pay attention to for who can be the 3rd team in the NFC to watch out for.
I love it. I'm really mad at myself. I put the Eagles. I'm not changing it. Something feels like they're just begging to lose. And I think the Rams obviously lost to them last year in the playoffs. And I think you're right. I think they're going to go in and win. I'm not going to change my pick, but I think the Rams are going to go in and win. They can run the ball. Obviously, the past with the Rams, it's been Saquon has broke out 2 huge runs both times when they met last year and kind of taken the game apart, but the Rams almost came back and won somehow in the snow. In September, good weather, Stafford slinging it around. I think it's going to be easy for them to move the ball. And the Eagles' offense is inept right now. And it feels like this is a game where they lose and AJ explodes. It just feels like it's a ticking time bomb over there. So I love that. I think the Rams are definitely going to make a statement. The Lions, I can't wait to watch them. I have no idea what they're going to look like. Like, I think they can score now, but like, are they just somewhere in the middle between their first and second game? Are they more one or the other? I think this is a great barometer. Like you said, I'm taking the Ravens as well. I do think it might be close. I think it'll be high scoring. I think it's a really, really fun Monday night game. Very fun Monday night game. So, yeah, I'm taking the Ravens. I'm taking the Eagles, but I'm jealous of the Rams pick because I think they're the team that's like, all right, if these guys just make it to the playoffs, they can go to the Super Bowl, as we've seen.
On the other side, if the Eagles win this game in the same way, it's like, okay, you beat Dallas, who we know can throw the ball over the place. You somehow beat them, even without Jalen Carter. You stifled the Chiefs, and it's like if they do this to the Rams as well, it's just like, okay, now I feel like we're not doing anything. I just think the Rams, though, I just like the way that they're built. I think that they're going to be the team that, hey, we'll put up 30 on you.
Yep.
And let's see if they get behind, how does Hurts look now that he has to move the ball with his arm and actually hit passes between the 10 and 20 yard window, which we haven't seen him do yet.
No, I don't know. The Eagles, I think people are going to get real sick of them if they win this one 16-10, 16-13.
Yeah.
I think people are already annoyed, like as we talked about with the Chiefs fatigue, like this style of football is awful. We'll see. I think the Rams are going to win. I'm mad at myself.
Speaking of people did you see Kelsey's tweet today?
Yeah.
He said people don't like punting. Excuse me.
No.
Don't do. You're a former player, okay?
Don't
tell me what I'm supposed to like. I like punting.
I saw
like
you
the
tweet. I saw you tweet back. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one
just
got
disrespectful. That really made me mad.
You also hate them.
I do.
Yeah. So that's part of it.
But I think I would have had the same reaction as anybody, but it was definitely multiplied or
you're
intensified.
already triggered, and then
Yes. Then I see the name, but don't tell me I shouldn't like punting.
My second question kind of goes right into yours, so we're on the same page here, and I think it's because this is a hard week, because there's not like there's good games, but there's not like anything crazy. Mine is, what win this week would impress you the most? And I looked at it, and I don't know what it would be. I think the Lions would be the answer, because then I think I'd be like, wow, this team's legit. Maybe it's the Cardinals, though. Like, I think the Cardinals, I'm taking the Niners. I went into this week thinking I was taking the Cardinals. The Cardinals have some injuries. Purdy may even play. I think the Niners have kind of proven, like, hey, with Saleh back, as long as we have 60, 70% of our team, we're going to be just tough to beat. But I think this is a real chance for Arizona to go in there, win this game, go to 3-0, and be like, all right, they're building something. Like, this might be, is this the year they finally can get to it and Kyler can take the next step and this team can be in the playoffs and competitive? So I don't know what team would impress you the most this weekend, but I think for me, it's going to be the Cardinals. Even though I'm picking the Niners. So that's why
I'm also taking the Niners, so you mentioned. That's a great question. I'm going to go away from the 2-1. I think the Chargers winning would impress me the most.
That's really good.
Because if you can go Chiefs, Raiders, Chargers.
Man, what an opportunity. 3-0 in the division.
3-0 in your division.
That's crazy.
I didn't realize that until I just listed. I was like, when I said Chiefs, Raiders, Chargers, I was like, that can't be right.
Yeah.
That would be insane. But just 3 competitive teams, 3-0, like on the road, in Brazil, and then, at home against a Denver team that this defense should stifle. If their offense looks great and competent, all of a sudden are they now somebody who can give Buffalo or Baltimore a run for their money? So I think if the Chargers win that game, I'd be very impressed.
What do you think about that?
I don't know what to think. I'm going to take Denver.
Okay.
I think it's a bounce back game for them. A little bit of a fluke. Just weird. I don't think the defense is bad enough that it would be like that every week.
No.
So I'm going to kind of buy. I think a lot of people are going to take the Chargers. I think the Chargers, because they've played 2 nationally televised games. I think the Chargers are going to be a game that, come Sunday at 3:45 when everyone's starting to place bets for, the 4 o'clock games, you're going to see a lot of steam on the Chargers. I'm going to kind of fade that and go with Denver.
It's going to be an awesome game. I think the biggest, if the Chargers can go 3-0 in the division, in the AFC, and overall, I think this is the game. If they win this, I'm going to be thinking about them pretty seriously because their defense Monday looked unbelievable. And I know Geno had a bad night, but Jesse Minter, Derwin, they just look so locked in. They know exactly where to be. It just looked painful to move the ball, and it looked painful for the Chiefs to move the ball. So, yeah, if they go in there and make Bo Nix just look scared and he's making bad throws under pressure, and then with Herbert, the way he's evolving, this team's terrifying. They don't make mistakes. They are so sound defensively. You have to beat them. We'll see. This is a really tough test. I'm taking the Chargers, and I think this is a huge matchup for Bo Nix because you have to beat LA. They're not going to beat themselves. They're so disciplined. So, huge opportunity. Great game. I'm going Chargers.
And on the Geno part, it was a weird game, I think, for him because I know it wasn't a good game. I wouldn't say that he was impressive on tape, but it didn't feel like he missed many throws. I don't know. It just felt like everybody was just covered.
They shouldn't have played Bowers.
That's a credit to the Chargers.
Yeah, I agree. Bowers looked like a decoy more than anything. He couldn't move.
And he had to force it in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
He was trying to. So
I didn't wake up the next day and was like, hey, Zach, maybe you should calm down with your Geno love. It's okay. He had a tough night. The whole team did. Yeah. It's fine. He'll bounce back. But I agree. I think that's way more indicative of the Chargers defense than it was Geno.
Yep.
Your second question.
I'm kind of going again with some multi-game stuff here.
Yep.
I like when the NFL does this. Both divisional matchups are occurring. And
yes.
I'm looking at the AFC West. I'm looking at your AFC West. I think that this
AFC South.
AFC South. That's what I meant to say.
Yep.
I think that this is the week. Okay, let's see who is the for real team in the AFC South. We've seen a lot of the mumbo jumbo about the comparison to the Saints. I don't think that's fair. We talked about that on the recap pod. I think it's different for the Colts. If you go into Tennessee, a place that has not treated that fan base well, and win and look sound, I think no matter what happens in the other game, the Colts are now the team to beat in the AFC South. On the other side, I know Houston is 1-1. Their best game was or 0-2. Sorry, the Jaguars are 1-1. Houston's 0-2, and I know they're 0-2, but they looked a lot better on Monday night. Jacksonville is 1-1, but they look terrible. So I think it's two teams that I don't know if we can judge their record. It almost feels like they should be flipped in terms of record. If one of them, because those were 1-2 going into the season, if one of them looks sound offensively and defensively and has a great, impressive win, I think that they might still be able to hold on to this is the team to beat in the AFC South. So I just think it's two games to monitor where it's three teams that have an opportunity to say this is our division this year. And I'm just curious to see who comes out with it. So,
yeah, I'm really interested in this Jags-Texans game. I mean, the Texans, their numbers so far this season, Bobby Slowick gets fired, offensive coordinator. This new guy comes in. Their pre-snap motion has gone from fourth worst in the NFL to second worst in the NFL, so they're less motion.
Yeah.
You already talked about Nico Collins' route tree the first week. And it feels like, I agree with you, they played better, but that's not saying much. Stroud, I want to see what Stroud looks like this week. I think he's broken a little bit. I think he is broken a little bit, and I think it's more of the system than him, but this is pretty bad year 2 from where he was year 1, right? So sophomore slump, whatever. He's come out this year, and it just hasn't looked good. And but it's also okay, this guy's got the worst line in the league, arguably. Their offense is very stagnant. There's no pre-snap motion. There's no play action. And outside of Nico Collins, you've got two rookies, one who's barely played, and Dalton Schultz. So it's I already did a video, they've mismanaged the situation horribly. But I'm worried about CJ Stroud, and I'm interested to see how he plays because I feel like he's a little broken. I am taking them in this game because I don't trust Jacksonville for shit. I just I don't know. I mean, the Jags.
here's the question with it, because I agree it's not been good, but they've played two competent teams in the NFC, like
Totally.
two of the better teams in the
Totally.
top
That's why
five
I'm
teams in
picking
the NFC.
Yeah.
And Jacksonville's played a Browning Cincinnati and the Titans, right? So
No, the Panthers, worse.
Panthers, that's right, even worse. And it was that weird game.
Yep.
If you flip these games around, or the Jaguars 0-2 and the Texans are 2-0, and we're like,
Yes.
although it hasn't looked great,
Yes.
they're winning games.
Yes.
So I don't know if I can look at their records and say that Houston is I agree, they're not what they should be. And we talked about how I think their floor is very high, but their ceiling is not quite above the floor. So I think if they win this game, I have them as well. I think that it is still their division to lose. But if Jacksonville wins and it's like, all right, maybe last week was the fluke, who knows? So I don't know what to expect in this game. It's going to be very interesting.
Yeah.
But even with that, I still think Indy versus Tennessee, if Indy just goes in there and just makes Cam Ward look like a fool, and Daniel doesn't need to do what he did last week or week one, just competent.
Yep. Yeah, I this has all the makings of a trap game. Like everyone's talking about the Colts and Danny, and the Titans are 0-2. I would just say grow up, like be professionals. Like you've been clowned on for 4 years now. Like go win a game that you're supposed to win and get to 3-0. Like I'll be there. I'm excited. I think it's going to be a ton of Colts fans there. This doesn't have to look great. Like I just want more points on the board at the end of the game. I don't care if it's 1 or 100. Like going to the road, playing a divisional opponent that's 0-2, needs to win, but it's a young, bad team. We're more polished. We're better coached. I expect to win this game. Like that's all there is to it. So Ward should be back at corner. Latu should be back. They have bad injuries. So there's no excuse. You should win this game. We're the better team. And if we do win, like you said, it puts us in a great spot for the AFC.
If you and Houston both win 27-16, who do you think is the national pick right after that this weekend for the AFC South?
That's a good question.
Or like the favorite, I guess.
I think people would hop right back on the Texans train. And I think they do, for fair reason. I think they'd say, look who they played the first 2 weeks. They go and play the Jags back in their NFC South world. They dominate. Here they come. Yeah, because people still don't want to pick us or cheer for us. So it's yeah, that's a good question though. But yeah, I'm going Colts and Texans.
I have that as well.
I like it. Do we want to do TV setup or go into the game?
I think TV setup, because I'll be honest, we talked about a lot of
Okay, I agree.
the stuff, and then we'll do the game after. We talked about literally every game that I have ranked.
3 TV
so.
setup sponsored by Vizio. Vizio, check us out. We've been shouting you out for a year and a half.
Yeah.
Let's have Lauren. Shout out to Vizio. Vizio, we've been shouting you out for a year and a half now. It's the 3 TV setup. Get your 3 Vizio TVs. Game of the week that you want. The second most interested game that you want. Third could be anything. Anything that you just want to watch. Red zone, ball, whatever it is. But Vizio, it can only happen because of you. No free shout outs, but there's a free shout out. Vizio, come join the How About That train. Justin.
Let's make it a not free shout out.
Let's make it. Yes. Come on, Vizio.
But not free shout out presented by Vizio.
Tyler's still tagging Vizio. He's trying to help. People are out there trying to help us. So we appreciate it. What is your number one big screen game on the Vizio big screen?
On the Vizio big screen, I'm going Rams, Philly.
Yep.
That's yours?
We already talked about that game. I'm on the Eagles. You're on the Rams, which I'm jealous of you. I think the Rams win. That's my number one. My number two actually is Texans Jags. I'm very interested in the matchup. So that's my number two.
3.
Okay. What's your 2?
Indy, Tennessee. I just want to watch
so I have a
Daniel
different
Jones
one.
and Cam Ward. Okay, there we
that
go.
we haven't talked about. It's mainly like an emotional thing. I just can't. Bengals Vikings. I can't believe Carson Wentz is starting a football game. It's just there's something about backup quarterbacks, and unfortunately, this happened 2 years ago. We're starting to get into backup land. There's 6 quarterbacks hurt, which I hate. Remember that one week? I'll never forget. I wish I remember that week, but it was we were scratching and clawing for a starting quarterback in the lineup. It was all backups, and I fear we might be having that again.
Yeah. And it's funny because it's the same guys every year too.
It is, yeah. We know
it's like the same teams that need the backup quarterback to come in.
Yep.
Yeah, there was a Carson Wentz edit that popped up on my TikTok at lunch today. You forget how good he was pre-ACL.
He was the MVP. They were 13-2 or something. Was it the one where it's like if you could go trade places for any game?
I was about to say that was sad.
It was sad.
That was sad.
I mean, yeah, he gave me one of the greatest games ever, the COVID game at Arizona. We won. I thought we were going to the Super Bowl. We lost the next 2 games, the Raiders and Jags, and missed the playoffs. Like, it's just the Carson Wentz experience.
That's my Colt McCoy at Seattle game. Mm-hmm. So,
yeah, it's going to be a backup sicko game. I'm going to be at the Colts game, so I can't watch. But if I had something on the third screen, it would be this. I think the Vikings could roll here. I trust them way more than I trust Drake Browning against this defense.
100%. I just trust Kevin O'Connell. So
yeah, that's all this is.
Yeah.
So, Thursday night, Bills at Fins. We already covered that. Or Fins at Bills. Packers at Browns. I think this game could be close. I think it could just get weird. I think it's a hard game for Green Bay to come into. 10 days rest. Playing an 0-2 team with no life. The Browns are just better at home. I'm picking the Packers, but I think it could be close.
Yeah, if it is close, it feels like a play with your food kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't have much on it.
Pittsburgh at the Patriots.
I'm going to take Pittsburgh. I'm not there yet with New England. However, I think it could be a close game. And it could. I was debating putting this on my Vizio setup.
That would be
3TV setup presented by Vizio. I thought about it. I'm going Pittsburgh. Just like let's see how Drake May looks. Can they score? Do they run the ball away from TJ Watt like everyone else does? So something to monitor.
I'll take the Pats. I feel like I never pick the Steelers, which means I go 8-9 every year on Steelers picks. So
that's fine.
It's not bad.
That's fine.
Yeah. Jets at Bucks. Tyrod Taylor, welcome back. T-Mobile.
Yeah.
The Bucks are banged up. I mean, what a performance.
Speaking of that Sunday night game against the Chiefs. No, that was Bills. Against the Bills. What a game that was.
I'm going Bucks.
I'm going Bucks.
Raiders at Commanders. Don't know if Jaden Daniels is playing. Is this the first asterisk game of the season?
If you want it to be. I'm going to take Las Vegas either way.
I think
I don't think this Commanders team is that good.
I don't either.
I don't think the win against us was that impressive. I think that because people were like, oh, well, we have to. I'll not forget. We were saying, rightfully so at the time. It's all we knew. We were like, oh, let's give this defense credit.
Sure.
Like we were only down 7 points or 8 points going. Like they couldn't move the ball against us.
No.
I just don't. I don't think this team is very good. So even with Jaden, if he's not 100%, I don't care to take the Commanders right now.
I like it. Okay. I'm on the Raiders as well. Falcons at Panthers. Panthers, 2 offensive linemen on IR. So I think at this point, I would say the Bryce conversations have to move to next year potentially because.
Yeah. And Coker's still on IR.
And Coker's still on IR. So it's like.
I think that's fair.
It's like LeBron, D-Wade, and Bosch are out, basically, is what Bryce is dealing with out there.
I mean, is Carolina until it's fully healthy, are they always an asterisk game? You know, I'm going to pick Carolina unless, you know, a new IR edition happens or something.
I think, yeah, like I would pick Carolina, but I just like the cards are so stacked against them. Like like if Bryce wins this, like MVP talks, like that's because.
Yes. Yeah. What does his record need to be for everyone to be like, they should have not won a game, but they won this many games over expectations, and that's why Bryce Young should be MVP?
I think 7 would win it.
Okay.
I think 7 and 10 is like, hey, do you see who's out there?
Yeah.
That's how bad they are. I think 7 wins would win Bryce Young MVP. I feel pretty confident about
make
that.
The playoffs and win the MVP.
Yeah. Hey,
Josh Allen, look in the rearview mirror.
Here number 1 seed Josh Allen. Do you see the guy with the 8th pick? Yeah, he's the MVP. That's you know what, Bryce, he'll deal with it. Any other in the 1 o'clocks?
I don't think so. I think we covered them all.
Okay. 4 o'clocks, my number one, the Broncos Chargers. I think that's a pretty easy one. Okay. 2 was Bears Cowboys for me.
I had that 3, and I don't know why, but
Okay.
I did.
Did you have Cards Niners?
Yep,
Yeah, that's fine. Well, I think we talked about all of these games.
we did, except for New Orleans, Seattle.
So people are starting to buy into Spencer Rattler. Have you seen this? And we mentioned that the
No.
Saints have been competitive. People are like, hey, it doesn't look that bad. I think it's going to look bad Sunday.
Yeah, I also just... Is that how bad they are? That we're just saying a guy who doesn't look that bad, I can buy in on?
I think from where the expectations were of Spencer Rattler to what people are seeing is the comments.
I mean, he's 17th in the league in QBR, so he's almost the top. He's fringe top half in the league right now, according to one metric. He hasn't thrown a pick yet, so I guess that's not bad.
I think it's going to happen this week. I like this. I like Seattle a lot.
Yeah, I like Seattle.
And that leads us to Sunday night.
Yeah.
Chiefs at Giants. Thoughts on Sunday night in the Meadowlands?
Honestly, like, we could be competitive because the Chiefs just don't have an offense, it feels like. This is an opportunity for if both coordinators look terrible, it's like, oh my god, like I know that they're the Chiefs, but like if we gotta look competent out there.
Yep.
I'm gonna take Kansas City. I have zero expectations. My dad's gonna be in town this weekend, so it's like,
nice.
I mean, it's just gonna
Sunday
be
night Cliff Bar. Let's go.
It's gonna be just a lot of pessimistic attitudes, I feel like, in the
I mean, you're there with them. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I am going to take the Chiefs. I don't think either team goes above 20, honestly.
yeah.
Chiefs have a good defense. Chiefs offense is bad. Maybe your defense plays better. I could see this being like a 20-17, 20-16 game, 21-16 game. So I think it's going to be a slow grind, a lot of punts, hard to move the ball. And hopefully you have it last with a chance if that's the case. But I'll go Chiefs in a close one.
I could see it. I could see us getting blown out. And this isn't me being pessimistic. This is the like, we saw we were like not against potentially the worst defense in the league in Dallas. I don't know if they are, but they were. That's how bad it felt like. It was just Swiss cheese throwing the ball through the seams. It just feels like our defense could set up really good for Mahomes. Like, hey, we're not going to blitz a lot of people. We're not going to blitz at all. We're just going to rush 4.
Yeah.
And you're just going to sit back and have open season waiting for guys to get open. I could see this being a bounce back game for Kelsey, like, truthfully, because
he's been bad.
It just depends on, like, if we're running these weird zones or whatever, or like whatever it is, or like Bobby Okereke is guarding him. I don't know. This could get ugly, in my opinion.
I don't think it will, but we'll see. You know your guys. What do we have? 1.
One. Do we only have 1?
3 differences.
2. Yep. 3. Yep.
All right. Before we get to our blowout and upset, let's play a game.
Yes.
Inspired by Zoko, he texted us. We're going to play a game. There are 10 2-0 teams in the NFL currently. 6 on the NFC side, 4 on the AFC side. So we're decided to play a game. We have all 6 teams on the NFC, and then we have 4, and then 2 mystery teams in the AFC. And what we basically are doing is you have 6 categories that you can fall into. You can either be picked to most that we're most confident. It's a confidence meter. So that could be most confident in to win the Super Bowl. It could be just to win the conference. It could be just to make the conference finals. It could be the divisional, the wild card, and miss. That sounded like 7, but 1, 2, 3. So
no,
miss the
6.
playoffs. Okay. So those are your options.
Miss, wild card, divisional, conference finalist, conference winner, Super Bowl.
Yep.
Yep.
So those are the options. What I did, Justin, let's start with the NFC because we have no mystery teams. I added in my good old friend, the wheel, for this.
Okay.
So we're going to spin the wheel, see what team pops up, and then you and I are going to put where we had them on our confidence meter. All the 2-0 teams in the NFC.
I like this. I like this.
The first team, the Green Bay Packers. Do you hear the clap?
Yeah.
Love the wheel. Got to find a way to incorporate the wheel into more shows.
I love the wheel. My favorite thing, and I all you corporate soldiers out there who are in office, when I was in office, my favorite thing to do was when it was lunchtime, there was like a group of 4 of us going out. I would Teams message that group chat. Every person would send a place that they wanted to eat at that day, and then we'd let the wheel decide.
I love that. It just takes it out of your hands. It makes it fun. It's everything. Yeah.
We're not pointing fingers at anybody.
Nope.
And you know what? If you disobey the wheel, you're going to have a bad afternoon. I promise. There was one time we went against the wheel, everything went on fire.
So what were the options? Chipotle?
Oh, we'd mix it up.
Green.
There was the Piata, Sweet Green. Yep. There was a Greek place. There was a taco place. There was the Chipotle. There was, some of the sit-down places. It was pretty good. It's pretty good.
The Packers.
This was the easiest one for me.
I put them at the top. Super Bowl. Okay.
Yep. Did you have an AFC team in the Super Bowl as well?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I just want to make sure I did it right.
Yep. From the NFC side, if I had to put them in confidence, I think they're easily at the top right now. They look unstoppable.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2. The Tampa... Oh, never mind. Not so fast. It's the wheel. The 49ers.
The 49ers.
The 49ers. What'd you do with this one?
Wild card.
I did wild card as well. I went back and forth a lot on San Francisco, but I think what we've seen in this Sunday could be a huge indication of that. I have them in the wild card as well.
Yeah, it was one of those things. If they win the division, then they're not getting the bye. If they don't win the division, they're in the wild card. And no matter who they play, I could see them losing because who knows what that team's going to look like there. So not a lot of confidence, I would say, when we talk about 2-0, but they have a lot of upside, but their downside is there too. So
yep. The wheel is spinning. It's spinning fast. It's spinning. The Arizona Cardinals are next on our list. And I, unfortunately, have them missing the playoffs.
Yes.
That was a tough one, but I
didn't enjoy writing AIR there.
No.
ARI.
Yeah, you didn't write air, but you made an ERROR. Putting AR. You and I have our thoughts on Kyler. Let's be proven wrong.
Yep.
That leaves 3 teams left. The Rams, the Bucks, and the Eagles are our only 2-0 teams left. And it is the Rams. Give it up for the Rams, everybody. 2-0. Yep. So this gets a little interesting now. Where did you put the Rams?
I put them at the divisional.
Why'd you do that?
If Stafford's there and healthy, I think that their conference final conversation, I just kind of hedged that he wouldn't be 100%, and put him down there. And we talked about the Tampa Bay team earlier, and that I guess I'm going there, but that was a conversation. Well, they're the only ones. There's 2 left. So
2 left
after this. But
yeah, so now it's like who could make the conference finals and who could win the conference finals but not win the Super Bowl.
Yes.
That's pretty much how we end up putting both those in there. Bucks or Eagles, Bucks or Eagles, Bucks or Eagles, Bucks or Eagles.
Did you put the Rams in the divisional as well?
I did. Sorry, I did the same exact thing.
We are right on the same page.
Yeah, this is
I can't imagine if there's differences here.
Let's give it up for the Bucks. I have the Bucks in the CF, not CC. I have them conference finals, not conference champions. I think they could make the conference finals. I cannot see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers winning the conference finals.
Mhm.
So I think they could easily beat someone in the wild card, and then they could beat a Rams. They could beat San Francisco. They could beat Arizona. They could beat one of these teams above them. They could beat the Eagles to upset them, maybe, to get to this conference finals. But if you're playing the Packers and or the Eagles, Rams, I don't see them getting through both of them.
Yeah. No, and I like this team a lot. I mean, Baker's a dog. We saw that come back. They got weapons everywhere. Defensively, Todd Bowles is a genius. So I think that they can punch up a weight class a little bit, which is why I had them at the conference finalist spot.
I like it. And then let's give it up to the Eagles. Our last team on the It's classy of you to clap. Conference champion, it just feels gross right now, but
They just win.
I can easily see them getting back to the Super Bowl. I don't know if they would beat one of these teams with the way they're currently playing, but I don't think you and I can say. I don't know how you can put them lower right now still.
No. And if they lose to the Rams, maybe we can have that conversation. Yeah. And just say, like, the Packers are clearly the team to beat. And then we have this Philadelphia, Tampa Bay Rams conversation of just kind of the three, as of now, projected our divisional champions. Like, can one of them, beat the Packers or get who gets to the conference finals to beat them? So.
Yep. So we have the exact same. That's really fun.
Yeah. Great game.
Packers most likely in the confidence to win the Super Bowl. Eagles most likely in confidence to make it to the Super Bowl. Tampa to get to the conference finals. Rams to make the divisional. San Fran to make it, compete in the wild card, and Arizona to miss is what we have there. AFC, you've got the Bills, the Bengals, the Colts, the Chargers, mystery team number 1, and mystery team number 2. Let's spin the wheel. Wow, it's mystery team number 2 to start. Wow, let's give it up for mystery team number 2.
Mystery team. Are we just going to pick one of them, or is this the second ranked mystery team we have?
It's your second ranked mystery team.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So who is your second ranked mystery team, and where do you have them on the list?
I have Denver in the divisional round.
This is going to be fun. You have Denver in the divisional round. So by saying that, not really, but by saying that, you're not very confident in the Chiefs.
No.
Okay.
I think confidence in the Chiefs is a weird question to ask. Am I confident in the Chiefs? No. Am I doubting the Chiefs? Also no. But when I was looking at it, I was like, do I right now think Denver or Kansas City has a better chance to make it to the divisional round? I'm going to choose Denver.
Okay.
Until we start seeing, and I think that Kansas City still makes the playoffs. If we expanded this to a mystery team 3, potentially, we get there.
I mean, quarterly reviews in 2 weeks, so we have to rank them all. So we'll do that.
Yes.
No, that's fair. I have the Chiefs as my mystery team number 2 in the divisional. So I'm still more confident in the Chiefs than the Broncos. I know Zach was like, where is the confidence rate on the Chiefs? Outside of the Bills, Ravens, Packers, Eagles, I'm still not going to do anything with the Chiefs until I see them with Rashee Rice and Worthy. I think we both feel the same way. So
yeah,
you liked Broncos already before the season, so it's not surprising to hear you say that.
And I think there's three playoff teams in that division.
Yeah, I have 4
so.
in my preseason.
Yeah.
Or no, I didn't have Denver. No, I didn't have the Chargers. Yeah. I think we were both a little too low on the Chargers.
Yeah.
But I think everyone was once.
They didn't have Joe Alt was not playing left tackle. We thought they didn't have a left tackle. So
Rashawn Slater. God, that was going to bother me once he went down. Okay. Let's keep moving on the wheel. The Chargers. Give it up to the 2-0 Chargers on the weekend. Where did you have them?
I thought about getting really creative here, but I feel like it would be. I think it's a week too early to do it. I have them at conference finalist.
I have them too at conference finalist. I think they're in the exact same boat as Tampa right now. I think they are the very same playing levels in their conferences. Like they're they could beat all these teams on any given day, asking them to do it, beating like the Bills and the Ravens back-to-back weeks. I don't think they're there yet. I don't think I'm there yet with them.
Yeah, I think if they handily beat the Broncos like they have done with the Raiders and the Chiefs, and like I don't think the score shows the actual game for either of those, and they won by multiple possessions in both. Yep. If they do that to Denver, I think I would put them at conference winner just because of we'll get into Baltimore. Conversation. I assume mystery team won in my conversation. But...
Wow, early breaking news there.
Yeah,
already gave away your mystery team.
I'm bad at this game when I forget the fact that I haven't released some of these things yet.
I already said Bills and Ravens too, so like I gave it up myself. But I agree. This week's going to be very telling for the Chargers. That leaves 4 teams left in the wheel. We are the Bengals. Let's give it up for the Bengals. I know they're down a little bit right now. Let's give it up for the Bengals. You're not making you're not them missing the playoffs. I'm sorry. Let me read this from Luthman.
Did he send something to you?
So he I think in the podcast I asked, I wonder what his thoughts are, and he gave me his thoughts in text. So I appreciate the listen. I
didn't get the text. Hey, Luthman, if you're listening, respond to me. I've actually been terrible responding to text messages, so I probably shouldn't say that because there's probably a lot of listeners I have outstanding messages to.
I think he's okay with me reading this. I don't think it's bad.
I think if he sent you a text in response to the pod, I think you would expect it to be read on the pod.
Yeah. So I think my question was, I wonder if Luthman or Bengals fans feel like this is Andrew Luck territory, because I was saying it was.
Yeah.
He said, I do officially think this is in Andrew Luck territory. I've been fighting it for a while, but we're here, I think. Then he said, here's the thing. People want to say the Bengals haven't done anything to protect Joe, and I fundamentally disagree on that, which I thought was interesting. Early on, absolutely. Fundamentally. Early on, absolutely no protection plan in 2020 or 2021. We played out of our minds in 2021, though, and then the team immediately invested. A lot of draft capital towards it, spent in free agency, named a bunch of guys, doubled down in 22.
Eli Apple on that list? Please tell me it's not.
No.
Okay, good.
No, I would have said that for sure. Doubled down in 2022 with Orlando Brown. They've spent more than 3/4 of the league. In 2023, they all regressed. Call it scheme, system, age, whatever you want, but moves were made. Problem is we woefully missed on draft picks. Look back at every draft since 2021. You'll be lucky to find 2 guys from each class that actually has contributed. It's a mess. The issue is we're not willing to spend. The issue is we can't evaluate the right talent when it's not in our face. So I thought that was it. I still think they haven't addressed the line well enough. And maybe they just missed the draft. Like Billy Price, they drafted, I think, a while ago. He did not work out.
I can see what he's saying, though. Because
I can see what he's saying. I'm not disagreeing with him.
We are doing things. We're just really bad at it.
Right.
Which I can wholeheartedly understand.
But that does beat the narrative when I think everyone just says the Bengals are a cheap organization. He's like, I mean, they've spent, so it's fair.
Well, it's also, it doesn't look good when it's like, no, we've spent money, but hey, we don't have a gator to drive a player off the field, you know?
Right. There's still things lacking at that
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But sorry.
I think that's a very fair take, though. I think it's a very fair take, Luthman. I would love for a text message back.
Let's get to our next one. Down to 3. The Bills. Let's give it up.
Wow.
Josh Allen's playing with a visor this week. Very cool. Very cool.
Is he really?
Yeah, because he got his nose last week punched.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of, I have them most confident to win the Super Bowl is where they are on my meter.
I have them too. I don't really think there's a conversation to be had with that. I just got an interesting notification that I'm waiting for a certain spin that it caught my attention. I'm waiting for a certain team to pop up.
Well, there's only 2 left. There's mystery team number 1 and the Colts.
Yes.
Oh my God! It's barely. I mean, you should see it. It's right there. It's mystery team,
and that's the beauty of the wheel.
It is.
You got
mystery team number
Greek
1.
food or piata, which is Italian Chipotle, and you're like, oh my gosh, I really don't want a Euro today. I don't want a Euro today, and then it just sneaks into Euro territory. You're like, oh my God, you know.
Well, we gave that away. Mystery team number 1 is the Ravens.
Yes.
For us both. and they are easily the conference champion, I think, for both. And
Yes.
no one can trust them.
That is the exact problem that I was going to lay out.
It's just like, did you watch week 1? Did you watch the Ravens in the playoffs ever? I love them, but no. Need to see it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the last team, I'm just going to spin it out of respect.
Yes,
The Indianapolis
as you
Colts
should.
on the wheel. Very happy to be on the wheel. 2-0.
This is like in the hunt in November. If you're on the wheel in September,
Yeah.
then you're in the hunt in December.
Wild card is the last spot for both of us, I think.
Yeah, and I wanted to put them at divisional, but I just thought I'd be more fun by.
What notification did you just get?
I'm in a 6-team league. 16 fantasy football league. 6
Yeah, this
teams.
is insane. Insane that you're in a 16.
Look, if anybody from the Martin family group chat is listening, I wish that we added more. I think the issue was there's enough people. It's like every team's co-managed. There wasn't enough buy-in from co-managers. So we made it 6 teams. Probably a little more fun and encouraging when it's like, okay, everyone's getting guys who are going to be on TV versus you're searching through. An interesting thing just came across my timeline. Abby's mom's team added Daniel Jones in a 6-team league. I think that shows the belief, in guys like that.
He's got 4 rushing touchdowns, I think. 3 or 4.
He's got to be a top fantasy quarterback. Let's look that up right now. He might be the top. He has the most.
Let's look.
Why is this not working? They make it so hard sometimes to do these things. All right. How do I change?
This used to be so
ESPN,
easy to find. I know.
It used to be so easy. How do I make it filter?
Let me go to
show
sleep.
available all.
Sleeper has it.
Some team. Okay, second. Lamar is number 1. I think that's fair.
That's fair.
I think that's fair. But he's a second-rated quarterback. So first of all, hey, way to look at the waiver wire.
He's got the second
Abby's
most
mom.
fantasy points
Yeah.
overall, like of everyone, not just quarterback.
He's only rostered in 64% of the leagues. You know what? I have a league that I could pick him up in, actually, if he's available, because I have an open bench spot. I'm going to do that right now. Players. He was taken.
That's crazy.
That's all right.
That's crazy. Yeah, I saw Warren and Downs didn't practice today, but I don't think it's serious. So
It's at that time. It's that time of year.
it's when I don't care about Wednesday. I do not care.
We're not gonna pay attention to practice reports
Yeah.
right now.
Look, Colts wild card, pretty easy. Don't think they're getting past the wild card this year. I would be now over the moon. I don't care. Like all I said was, 10-7. Bring it on. 10-7, home playoff game. I will be thrilled.
I mean, he's won a road playoff game.
He has.
He looked really good. So
Did really well in that game. He's not a divisional guy, but maybe that will change.
No, that was tough.
That was tough.
That was one of those days where I was like, why did I even go home? Why did I?
Yeah. You had to. You had to.
I had to. I was amped. I thought we had it. You know what? One of the most disrespectful texts I've ever gotten that wasn't meant to be disrespectful was, I think after the first quarter, Brent texts me. He goes, why'd I even make myself believe that this was going to be like that? The Giants had a chance.
That's brutal.
And it was just being honest. I appreciate the transparency, but it was just like, I mean, he's not wrong.
I would have been
tough
livid.
to hear.
I would have been
That's tough to hear. That's tough to hear. Well, you're not like 21-0 or whatever it was that early. I was shell shocked.
Okay, so only differences there is the Chiefs and the Broncos. All right, well, thanks for joining along in the game.
Shout out the wheel.
Shout out the wheel. Let's go back to Caterpillar to finish this off. I have blowout first this week. You have upset first this week.
Okay.
I'll go Seattle.
Okay. I was between two teams. Seattle's my backup. I'm going to take Buffalo. I see 11.5 on ESPN. I don't know what lines are. If we want to go to 12, I'm fine with that, depending on where it is on other books. But ESPN
I'll just
says
check
11.5.
DraftKings here. I'll give you 11.5. That's fine. Oh, no. Never mind.
12.
Well, let's do 12 because DraftKings says 12.5. So I'll meet you in the middle.
What happens with 12 though? I feel like it just has to be 12.5. I'm fine with 12.5.
So it has to be 13 anyways. Yeah.
Yeah. Because then it's like, well, what does a push do? You know, it doesn't do
ESPN,
anything
what are you doing? A full point off?
Yeah, just people are aware. Minus 110. So go ahead and I don't know if it's going to be available at 5 a.m. in the morning when this releases, but go ahead and take a look at it. So I'll take 12.5 there.
Okay. And then upset. Your options are the Rams, the Raiders, the Texans.
Give me the Raiders. The autumn wind is a Raider.
Okay, I had Raiders typed in. I will change mine to Texans.
There we go.
3 differences this week. Justin's Bills blowout, Raiders upset. I'm Seattle blowout, Texans upset. Big week for Caterpillar as we move into week 4 next week. It's just like these leads matter early. So this is a pivotal week.
Just go fast.
Goes too fast. Should be a good week of ball. Justin, any closing thoughts?
No, just I don't think it's necessarily our best week of football, but I think there's a lot of great games to pay attention to. I think this is the weekend where it's like, hey, put Red Zone down, turn on a game on your Vizio TV, and just watch that game, study up that game. So,
shout out Vizio. Shout out anyone else who wants to be sponsors. Enjoy this week. Enjoy football. Burke, take us out.